Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering and Hamvention. It's the weekend special, and it is time to enjoy, kick back a little bit. It is a holiday weekend here in the USA. It's 20 Zulu on May 27th, 2022. And today we have two special guests from Hamvention. It's the General Chairman of Hamvention 2022. It's Rick, WS8G. And along with Rick is Michael, W8CI, the official spokesperson for Hamvention. Hello, guys, and congratulations on a job well done. Rick, it was a tremendous show.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. It was nobody knew what was going to happen with this because of all the publicity about pandemic and a bunch of other stuff. But we worked really hard for 3 years to bring this one about, and it was really very much a pleasure to see the long lines of people that were showing up outside the gate, both on Friday and on Saturday and on Sunday, to be able to come in and be able to enjoy Hamvention, to be able to see friends, to be able to see the manufacturers, to be able to go to the flea market, and of course to be able to eat at the food trucks that we have there. It was really a pleasure to see everybody there.
It was really great. And this was Michael, this was the 70th Hamvention, and it was the reunion. And how do you think things went?
You know, Tim, I thought it was spectacular. I really did. I mean, from the very first day, like Rick was mentioning, with the long lines and, the rain, when it started raining that Monday morning, and it rained hard all night because I stayed there in my RV, and it just poured down rain. I thought, well, this will be interesting. And I was thinking about 2017, that when we had all that mud, and but it stopped in time. It drained well, and it was so exciting that very first day. But I want to tell you, it just thrilled me. I'm sure it thrilled you too, Tim. Anybody that loves Hamvention. Because Hamvention is not just us putting on the show. It's the people that come and the spirit they bring and the vendors that support it and the community that gets behind it. And our volunteers, over 600 plus volunteers. It was just, I thought that the mood was good, and I thought the spirit was great.
Yeah, I want to focus on the volunteers for a minute. Rick, every time I was turning around, there was a volunteer that was answering questions or giving directions. So that is one of the most impressive things, Rick, as General Chairman. You have to feel really good about your committee chairs and also all the individual volunteers that made Hamvention 2022 just really special.
Absolutely. It is absolutely amazing to see how these people are able to get everything accomplished. We met just about every month in between the last show and this show as committee chairs, and started working on putting the finishing touches on this Hamvention back 3 or 4 months ago. All of the committee chairs found all of the volunteers that they needed, and trained them and got them ready. And they were all ready to be able to answer questions, to be friendly, and to be able to enjoy things. There's nobody that's associated with Hamvention that's in the committee chairs or the volunteers and that gets paid anything. We're all volunteers. And one of the ways that I start our committee meeting sometimes is to say, hello, my name's Rick, and I am a volunteer. And I remember that you are a volunteer, even though some of you put in hundreds of hours of time. It was just really great, as always, on about Wednesday or Thursday, as people were putting signs up, as they were getting everything ready for the vendors and the flea market people to be able to move in, to see how little direction from me or from the executive group needed to be given. In fact, they knew exactly what to do, and they started doing it without any further direction.
Yeah, now that is one of the incredible things. Now, I know, Michael, you were doing things like, out on the tractor. You were doing whatever it took, and that was just very impressive.
I wasn't doing it to be impressive. It was, the people needed help there at the fairgrounds. So actually, yeah, I was even up there a Sunday before the week started and cut grass, did all sorts of things. But, I'm just one volunteer, and there are people who do a whole lot more than me. And I appreciate you noticing that. But it keeps me out of trouble. It keeps me off the phone. I'm sort of a pain to the other committee members when I don't see something that's right. And they go, oh, there's Michael again. But I mean, that's sort of been my job. While I got a chance here, Rick has been, this is his second year as a general chairman. And we only allow a general chairman 2 years, and it's sort of a rule that we have. And then we'll bring on a new general chairman, which we'll be announcing by the 1st of July, who that will be, and his assistant. And I, really appreciate all Rick's efforts. And he got into this, and having been a former chair myself, I know what a lot of stress that is. But I think that he needs a well-deserved break here for a little bit, I think. But I certainly appreciate all the work that he's done.
Yeah, he did just a tremendous amount of work and kept the glue all together. We got a couple of people here in the chat room. Kilo Lima Zero Sierra says he wished he would have been there. I think next year Dino will be there. 7X-Ray 2 Radio Fox from Algeria is on. And Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, truly enjoyed the reunion. We also have David Eaton is on from Tornado Alert, which is one of the vendors that we showcased there. And Jimmy Cessna, KBA Den, he was out in the flea market, and thank you for all your hard work. And from Germany, DL1 Quebec, thanks for making it all happen. Great time at Hamvention, also at Contest University at the Hope Hotel. Our friend John Knott from down at Hamcation, thank you for putting on a great show. Very much enjoyed it. W4 Hotel Kilo Juliet on. Our friend Jeff, he had a great time. We'll see you next year. November Lima 7 Delta is on from Arizona. And Dan, WA4 Mike Oscar Mike, enjoyed Hamvention 2022 very much. Rewiring plugs on my Hamvention Flea Market Rescue microphones right now. Kilo Delta 8 Papa Alpha X-Ray. It was great. Thank you, Tim, Rick, and Michael. Everything was the best. Picked up a new HF radio. We also have the tall guy is on. Thanks for all of the efforts to make Hamvention possible. And let's see, CX3 Fox Juliet Kilo. Speedy recovery to all hams who got COVID. Get well soon. Loved Hamvention, Kilo Echo 8 Radio Juliet United. Looking forward to the next year. And Reinhard from Germany. Was nice to see everybody again, and looking forward to next year. So, Rick, how about some numbers? What do you got in the numbers list there?
Well, everybody sort of wants to know how many people attended Hamvention. And I'd like to start off by saying that that one thing that we were concerned about with the travel bans all over the world was how many international visitors we'd have. And I don't know exactly how many international visitors there were. An indication of that is the number of people that stopped by the international booth in Building 2 to be able to sign the logbook and to put their pin on the map. And I'll tell you, it was pretty amazing. There were 82 different visitors that stopped by and did that. A little bit less than back in 1919 when there were about 110. But with the fact that back then we had a whole bunch of people from China and a fair number of people from Russia, and all those people are all shut down from coming to Hamvention this year, it's pretty amazing that that number of people were there. Now I'm sure that there were a lot more international visitors than we ended up writing down in the booth, but that's one indication. And it was really very, very great to see that this was not just a United States event, but it was an international event.
Yes, and certainly as the years go on, I think that'll build right back to where it was and even surpass it. You have any other numbers for us, Rick?
Well, yeah, it was back in 2019. It took us till July to come up with a number of people that attended. This year, we decided to work double time and to be able to try to come up with something this week, and so we have. We went out and we looked at the number of people that bought tickets on site, the number of people that bought tickets online at the website, the people that bought tickets at various stores, including DX Engineering, and all of those numbers. We crunched all of that, and we have figured out that we had 31,367 attendees admitted to the fairgrounds. That's about 1,075 less than it was back in 2019, but it's still a really good showing, and I hope was really nice for the vendors and everybody else to know that we had that number of people coming back to Hamvention. It was really great to see everybody.
Yeah, 31,000 plus. That's a big number. And Michael, you got to be happy about that.
I am very happy about it. First off, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was very, very happy about that. It definitely helps bolster Hamvention for next year and the things that we'd like to do. And there's improvements that we like to make that I heard quite often that we're going to talk about, and that's possibly some rag chew areas, and maybe a little bit more shade, since the sun was out quite a bit. Usually don't worry about that, but I think that's a good idea that several people told me about. So I'm looking forward to maybe some rag chew tables, some things like that. But we are also open to any ideas, and I'll be hanging in there pretty well. Rick's gonna take maybe a little break, but you can always email me at my QRZ site. I am good on the QRZ. While I'm mentioning it, I don't know how many people realize this, but the Xenia Community Schools, which is not only Xenia, but a lot of the surrounding area, they actually, all the kids have a day off that day. So I don't know how many amateur radio events have the school system takes the day off for it as well. So that was pretty exciting. And I do want to thank, so many people to thank. Our volunteers, just tremendous. I was glad to see our friends from Orlando come, and Huntsville. Huntsville's coming up, so want to make our plans for that. So, but and Tim, I appreciate all of your support too. It was fun to be at Contest University, and I think a lot of people recognize a lot of the work that goes on. Put on a big event, especially if you've ever had even a small event. But it's it sort of takes a village to put this thing on.
It does. It does. And congratulations to all the volunteers. Terry, KE8 Charlie Victor Alpha, says he can't thank everyone involved enough. He's from Rudolph, Ohio, and also Bob the Traveler, WD8NBN. He enjoys Hamvention every year and appreciates it. And John says, great job, guys. And Nicholas, KE8AKW, said it was great to talk to Reinhard. And Jerry, KG8RRY, says Hamvention was the most fun I've ever had at a ham event. I came home with new ideas, some new gear, and having seen a lot of friends. Bravo to the Dayton Amateur Radio Association. So good job, Dara. Rick, this has been a lot of fun, and you have worked very hard here the past 2 years. Congratulations on your chairmanship, and we look forward to the announcement of the 2023 chair here in the near future. But job well done, and Rick, just a fabulous way to go out.
Well, thanks very much. It has been an enormous amount of fun. But all of the success of Hamvention is really due not to me or to Michael or to a small group of people. It is a huge group of people that all work together very hard. Many people with more than 100 hours of volunteer service going into this event, and it's just absolutely amazing to see all of that. It's been my pleasure to be the head of this organization. I'll now retire back to being in a committee and enjoy coming to Hamvention in a smaller role, and that'll be great.
Yeah, very good, Rick. NA5C says, has there ever been an estimated economic impact study done? And the answer is yes, Steve, and it's been well publicized in the newspapers and on the TV media. And so it is in the archives. You can see what the impact is, but it is substantial to the Greene County area and the greater Dayton area as well. W2RQ says, great job. And WB8LCD, our Ohio section manager, it felt really good to be back at Hamvention this year. So thanks for that, Tom. And Michael, you get to wrap it up. Michael, are you with us?
I hope I am. Can you hear me? It's raining really hard here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I don't know what you asked me. Ask me again.
Yes, I just said you get to wrap it up.
Oh, okay. Well, I do thank you, Tim, and all your support and your team support. And I want to say a couple things about vendors at the event. I would say that it was just so much class that all of the vendors had beautiful displays, beautiful. It wasn't just a bunch of open tables. It was very beautifully done, visually appealing and very professional. And I really like that. I mean, it adds a bit of class, I think, to amateur radio. So I really appreciate that from all of our vendors. And it didn't take too long to clean up. I mean, we actually had a crew out there cleaning everything up, and people, for the most part, were pretty respectful of the property. I didn't see it all too trashed out, and we got through that a lot quicker. But I certainly look forward to next year. And like I said, if there's any more comments and complaints, you can funnel them my way. You know, I'm used to taking a slamming and keep on hamming. We'll work on them. I can't promise everything, or we can't promise everything. And once again, Rick, great job, and Tim, thanks for having us. And Hamvention a year away now, just a little bit less than a year, but we're excited. Thanks, Tim.
And Greg said, what was the attendance this year versus 2019? And this year, Greg, was over 31,000 and about 1,000 less than in 2019. So a job well done by everybody. But that's the show for today. We have a holiday weekend here in the USA. Get on the radio, have some fun, and help a new ham, help an old ham put up an antenna. But just enjoy the greatest hobby in the world. Until next Tuesday, when I'll see you for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff, 73 from DX Engineering and Hamvention 2022.
73.